Sorry guys, I'm testing out this new medium called Photo Booth as a recording device, and I don't think it was made for that because it saw me go to another window for far too long and not be clicked on it, and then it assumed that I was done with it, which I wasn't. I was just like doing something else, I don't know if it's multitasking or it's parallel processing. I don't know what AI term you want to use. Anyway, this is the thing that I was trying to show you. This guy is literally praying, kind of like they did outside that church of Charleston, South Carolina. Did I get that city right? Literally praying for nothing to happen today because God forbid something else happened today. So this is one of the first in many series, hopefully. Let's try to get me signed into add account. Oh, I have too many accounts. Let's see, add account. Create account. Thank you, Google, for your help. First name, let's go. Juaniche. Last name, DMIT. Choose your username. What did I say? CrowdSource Cuba. It's not taken, bitches! What about the crowd, capital O, Juaniche, MIT. CrowdSource. Hacer que vola, MIT. CrowdSourced. Juaniche. No, not CrowdSource Juaniche. CrowdSource Cuba. Yeah, que es eso? What do you want the password to be, y'all? My first name, Juaniche de MIT. My last name, choose your username, CrowdSource Cuba. My password, imagine if somebody hacked this, that wouldn't be good. Let's make sure they can't hack it. What am I looking at? Am I looking at the date? Am I looking at something on my desk? What am I looking at? How are you going to know? Sigma Kappa, 5 letters, 4 words? Oh my gosh, what am I looking at? Oh my god, all these ideas. Don't you tell me what's strong or what's weak. Fuck you. I'm just big bones. Now I lip-mouthed it. I can't do it. I'm going to change it. Give me a second. And I'm going to try to be like light detector passing, you know? I'm totally normal here. Totally normal. That's powerful. It says it's a strong password, so suck it. You can hear my keystrokes, can't you? I don't like this game. La 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 la. La 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 la. What's the name of the account number? I mean, what's the date of birth? Should I use mine or should I use the date of the revolution? I mean, crowdsourced Cuba. Let's use the date of the revolution. What is it? 1959? How old would I be? That's appropriate. July? See, this is how that communist shit happens. Now people think I'm fucking comunista because I'm using this shit. Fuck you. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to my up-and-coming career and I don't know what. Don't. Only Pitbull gets me. Mr. Worldwide and Mr. 305. You ain't gotta choose Cuban-American. Cuba-American, like that documentary. Check your privilege, son. Check your privilege. You know what I got right here? On Martin Luther King Jr. Day? I got a cold-ass jaw of cotton. Sup that, DJ Khaled. Sup that. You know, it's like, what's up with that? It's like, not suck that. It's more like, love yourself, not go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Thank you, Justin Bieber. Thank you for your contributions. I really appreciate this part right here. And the picture that it took for me to get this in my hands and the sunset in the back. And it was like really fucking photographic as fuck. That was like the day before or after cotton picking came, before or after Charleston, South Carolina. Somehow my friend didn't think it would be an appropriate like follow-up to the mini tour he was giving me. That's not, he's German. He wouldn't really. Anyway, his job is not to be in tourism. He's a good guy. We like him. We're going to say January 1, 1959. I think I have the date right. I can never remember if it was like 1959 when Batista left, which would be like December 31st, 1959, and then Castro came in 1960, January 1st, or if it was like Batista left the country December 1958, Fidel came into the country January 1st, 1959. I can never remember those two. Like, for some reason, they only give us one number. They don't give us two. If they give us a pair of the numbers, then we can have an association. But they only give us one fact, as if like that we're supposed to remember it just because smart or something. No, I am a other, not a male or female. I'm like a cyborg, and those things are gender neutral. We like gender neutral. Mobile phone. Ah, fuck it. I'll give it my mobile phone. You guys could probably fill this out. Like, if you really tried, you could probably like figure all of this out and tap into my Gmail address. But that's what Google is watching, and they don't want me to do that. Who do I know at Google that's Cuban? I wonder if that Breakthrough Institute guy would pick up an email from me. Or from you guys. You guys should email him. Has it only been 4 minutes and 51 seconds? Wow. Talk about timer. Talk about time travel. Your current email address. Oh, I know. Oh, I also know. Hold on a second. Prove you're not a robot. Skip this verification. No, I don't want to skip that verification. The number here is 322. Somebody find some meaning in that. Oh, because you know what algorithm I got chosen. I agreed to the terms of service and privacy policy. It's probably... Here, learn more about why we asked for this information. Hey. Leave. Ashley is an accounts expert. Hi, Ashley. That's pretty cute. That's my middle name. It's pretty fucking cute. Alright. Okay, next step. CrowdSourced. Welcome, Cubaniche, caballero. Esto hay que tirarle una foto. Esto está demasiado cómico. Mira vaya. Welcome, Cubaniche. Mira vaya. No. I can't. Your new email address is at CrowdSourced. What if I took a selfie? Like my mother would have shown me. God forbid. It, like, se me enseñan las arrugas. No, caballero. I want the exposure to be on this guy, not on me. ¿Qué problema? You know, I was running on the treadmill the other day at the MIT gym, and I was watching CNN's like daily time shows. Show women how to take selfies in the same way that my mother does to my prima Suchitil. Imagínate tú qué nombre, Suchitil. Ella es una payasa. This is where I get the shit from. Esto es hereditario. Esto es cómico. Aquí hay que reírse, caballero. Esto es cómico. A reírse para la yuma. Vamos a reírnos para allá todo el mundo. Caballero, esto está cómico. Welcome to Gmail. Me quitó la pantalla. Espérate. No me hagas eso. Let Gmail do the hard work. No, I don't want you to incapacitate me. Where's the back? Coño, Gmail gave me a very cute warning that said, welcome, Cubaniche. Make your inbox your own. Coño, I haven't been through this experience in a while. Let me see if I can get to the front screen. American Airlines did not let me get to the front screen, but these guys might. No, me lo quitaron. I couldn't re-see the welcome screen. And that's unfortunate because I want to relive that experience. If I had a GoPro on my forehead, maybe. Mira, experience Gmail on any device. Yo a ustedes lo doy el párrafo ese, no importa. Email is just the beginning. Caballero, qué belleza. Es que yo creo que, mira, vamos allá. Now you can create calendar events. Bueno, por ejemplo, 314. It's 314 right now, you guys. It's part time. That's fucking powerful, isn't it? Go to Gmail. See, yeah, okay. Account created, get Gmail for mobile, import contacts, no, yo no quiero nada eso. Voy. Compose. How can I post to Facebook from this email? That'd be kind of cool. Like a Facebook plugin inside my Chrome extension browser. I would also love a timer so that I know that every time I know Toggle has it, Chrome extension, right? But it's not showing up here. It's only showing up my Toggle timer extension in my personal Gmail address. That's not the point. The point here is I'm going to send a couple of things, and then I'm going to say, hey, I did a thing, and it kind of follows up on, I'm going to say, hey, I did a thing. And it kind of follows up on my first email from long time ago. See below. In many ways, it's appropriate. And in many ways, it's not. So, I'll let you decide. Hope all is well. Con mucho. What did Walter Mercado say when he couldn't have that previsto? Con mucho, pero que mucho. Amor. I'm going to get the timing right. So I'm going to see it from Walter Mercado. Ready? Walter Mercado. Con famous quotes, no? Fuck it. Let's step into our Walter Mercado because we grew up with that shit. We can also cite Don Francisco, pero coño, there's memes of this guy. That's amazing. Pero sobre todo, mucho. Well, which is it? Is it 2 or 3? Veo en tu futuro noches de alcohol y putería en alta. ¿Qué es eso, caballero? When this dude came on TV, you knew to shut the hell up if you would not get snagged with chancleta. That's fucking hilarious. Let's include that. And then let's include a couple of YouTube videos about Latinas be like. We can make them famous. Start with hacer films. Pero sobre todo, mucho amor. Pero sobre todo, mucho. Pero caballero, which was it? No. I have to go to. I'm gonna give you all the citations, don't worry. I'm having a Walter Mercado moment. That's fucking funny. 13 Reasons Why the Mercado is the Beyonce of astrology, of TV astrology. Have you guys seen this before? And then we have John Lennon, what's his name? What's the British guy's name? John Oliver, doing like satires on televangelists. I think John Oliver should come with me to Cuba in March. Y'all can vote for that. Walter Mercado y las predicciones de 2012. This shit is still recording. That's not bad. 10:26. Let's see how long it takes to drop off. 28 things people who were raised by a Mexican mom was like, hey, no, Cuban. Okay, Walter Mercado y las predicciones de 2012. This is the year of the apocalypse, according to
Walter Mercado,
that apocalypse back
también
there.
Conocido como Shanti Ananda. Y tengo una invitación muy especial. No se pierdan la edición del 31 de diciembre del nuevo Herald. Viene todo con todas las predicciones para el llamado fin del mundo. Para mí existe nada más que el inicio de un nuevo mundo. No el final, sino el inicio, ya que cambia la conciencia universal. No podemos continuar odiándonos porque somos de tal color o tal raza o de tal sexo. No. Tenemos que unificarnos todos como hermanos en esta nave espacial que se llama la Tierra. El 2012 es un año para probarnos que tenemos recursos internos que podemos vencer lo que sea. Pero tenemos que tener fe en nosotros, fe en el ser humano. Y tengo también cosas muy especiales para ustedes, secretos, misterios, todo lo que ustedes anhelan tener, para tenerlo por todo el año 2012, año que va a dejar huella en el corazón de todos. He dado un poquitito nada más de lo mucho que les voy a ofrecer en mis predicciones para esa edición especialísima del nuevo Herald, que la hemos hecho con tanto amor. El 31 de diciembre no te la puedes perder. Así que me siento feliz y muy agradecido de Dios de poder llevar estos mensajes para despertar la conciencia del nuevo hombre que están haciendo. El nuevo hombre que están haciendo no puede continuar en guerra con el mundo, odiándonos, las drogas, el desempleo. Todo esto tiene que cambiar porque vamos a destruir la madre tierra. Y de eso también hablaremos. Recuerden que el único poder en el universo que nos puede salvar a todos y nos puede unificar a todos es el amor. Solamente el amor. Así que tienes esa cita conmigo. El nuevo Herald. El 31 de diciembre, un especial de especiales dedicado con todo mi amor a mi gente linda que me lee, que me ve en internet, que se comunican conmigo. Para ellos va, con todo mi amor, mis predicciones. Que Dios los bendiga a todos, hoy, mañana y siempre. Y que reciban de mí siempre paz, mucha paz, pero sobre todo mucho amor.
Thank you, Walter. I appreciated that.
¿Qué nos separa el 2016 según el zodíaco chino? Algo nuevo, algo diferente, distinto. Y es altamente fascinante conocer los misterios, los secretos y las predicciones.
Coño, el año chino es este, que está aquí en mono, Curious George, Cirque du Soleil.
El año 2016 es un año de retos, de pruebas, un año difícil que necesita que todos tengamos resiliencia. ¿Qué palabra significa? Resiliencia. Nada menos que el poder interior para vencer todo reto, todo obstáculo que se presente. En el día de hoy yo me siento feliz. ¿Saben por qué? Me siento honrado porque tengo a la pintora, cantante y sobre todo astróloga científica Betty Bennett. Bienvenida.
Gracias, Walter. Para mí es un placer en esta ocasión compartir contigo, especialmente ayudándote con los años del horóscopo chino.
Porque es muy importante que sepan el año en que usted nació. Si usted no sabe cuándo nació, nunca sabrá cuál es su animalito de la buena suerte.
This is 27 minutes long with 27 seconds, which is probably an important number somewhere. And I should remember the year that I was born in the Chinese New Year. I understand is important. But I think right now, what I need to understand is why I still haven't bought that Samsung. I'm going to take both phones with me to Cuba. I'll take all the phones you want. I'll take all the technological things
Les habla
that you want.
Dios los bendiga a todos, hoy, mañana y siempre. Y que reciban de mí siempre paz, mucha paz, pero sobre todo mucho, 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 mucho amor.
Mucha paz, pero sobre todo, no, he said it in a very cute way.
Mucho, mucho, mucho. Reciban de mí siempre paz, mucha paz, pero sobre todo mucho, 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 mucho amor.
You gotta hold it as it fades, right? So cancel. I don't want to go to the next one. Baby? I'm recording right now, so I would put on shoes. I mean, calcetines. How do you call underwear again? I'm recording real quick. Mucha paz, pero sobre todo, mucho, 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 mucho amor. I'm so close to being able to go to bed. I'm so excited. I love you. Coño, my food is warm. Now it's probably cold again. Sometimes I can't concentrate and my food gets cold. I did a thing. And it kinda follows up on my first email from a long time ago. I said 4 as well, long time ago. In many ways, it's appropriate. In many ways, it's not. So I'll let you decide. Hope all is well. And then my citations. Best, your local guaniche. Best, your local guaniche, Jessica. And then I can even like put this into quotation marks because it's a quote. Formatting options, quotation. Where's that shit? Hey, what's going on here? Oh. Mío, qué hambre. Mira, Primi, esta aquí es comida india. Ahora te voy a enseñar. Espérate, dame chance. Organizarme aquí. Alright, what do we got going on here? I'm sorry to my future production team, potentially. I may be fucking this up for all of us. I don't know. I mean, is there any way to tell, really? In any case, I hope that you understand that I mean well. I'm going to put my cotton back so you can all check your privilege again later. I'm still writing this email, so I want to walk you through this for my cousin watching out there, Yenei. Yenei, Primi, the way that you have a palindromic name, I've always looked up to that. I fell in love with the number, what was it, 195? And then 216. What are the first two palindromes? Those are my first, like, legit, like, I have a crush on a math nerd, so that's what I'm going to put in my email. Like, that was how I crushed on people. The kid I had a crush on, you know who you are. He had a palindrome number in his email, so then I changed my email, blossomj77@comcast.net or whatever the provider was, to be something 295. Oh, jastley295@gmail.com. That was my original one. Then, many professional years later, which is mostly my summer in Spain, it became jessica.a.artiles@gmail.com. Maybe I couldn't keep up with the spam. I don't know. I couldn't say no. Now it's apparently CrowdSourced Cuba@gmail.com. Vamos a ver. I'm sorry, Google and Facebook, if I'm fucking something up for your strategy. I have no idea. I really wish I knew better than to do this. Luckily, I'm recording myself and it's still going. Primi, escucha para acá. Primi is at 1936, don't forget. 844, 1936. I'm going to write this down. Key frames, 844, 1936. That's a good idea. That's a good way to put it. Let's put it here because I have resources, I have resource constraints and we don't all have this time. But the key frames are 844 in one of the two videos, 1936, That one's for Yanae. This one's with clear instructions. Vamos a poner aquí key times. Okay. Coño, can we be like Ojo Productions? That's cute. So they're gonna be Panque Productions, like Paque Productions, Panque Productions, or Ojo Productions. It's really cute. We're gonna produce whatever the fuck we produce. I don't know, people. You gotta help me with the legal arm of this shit because it's getting bigger than what I could do. Anyway, Pitbull 2037. Let me or help me make a little home video para la gente de Cuba, pobrecita, que ellos no saben lo que tú estás haciendo aquí, ¿entiendes? Vamos a mandarle una cosa de familia, de sentimiento. Mira, Primi, mira, enséñale a Dieguito que yo estoy aquí comiendo comida india. I'm sorry que no te pude coger la llamada hace poco. Yo creo que eso fue el imperialismo, tú sabes, porque aquí el internet está un poco flojo, tú sabes, un poco floja. Esta tipa es... Yo ando aquí cruzada, no de religión, pero cruzada y sin poder comer. Dime tú, ¿quién tiene culpa? Ah, esos son los anormales allá arriba. Ok, dime, escucha para acá. Esto aquí es un arroz con mamé, arroz con mango, no. Parece mamé, por el color y por el color parece, coño, el color del mamé es más o menos como el tikka masala. Está bueno eso, es como un tikka masala más clarito. Me gustó, mira, me pega con el carro y con el relojito, papá, tíratelo, no es BMW, pero bueno, es algo más o menos. Escúchalo. Primi, mañana vamos a tener que ir a cogernos un teléfono nuevo y si funciona bien y si no también, pero vamos a ver. Coño, mañana va a haber un parade en Boylston Street. Es posible que eso se ponga feo. Es posible que tengamos que buscar a qué hora es la parada para irnos para allá cuando no haya parada, porque papi siempre me dice, no vayas a esas reuniones de los... ¿Qué es eso? ¿Tú cómo se llama? CDC. CDR. Comunismo Defensa Revolucionaria, no. Ciudadanos por la Defensa Revolucionaria, algo así. I'm sorry, no me acuerdo, tengo la mente extraviada. Escucha, esto se llama tikka masala. Esto se come con los dedos, pero como yo estoy typeando aquí en la computadora, es imposible. Me voy a comer esto con las manos y como hace Mimi a veces cuando se quiere hacer la fina, me voy a comer este pan, que es el pan que tú usas para untar la comida encima del pan y te lo comes todo. Este es el tipo de pan que se usa con las manos, porque gracias al pan no tienes que usar la cuchara, obvio, así tienes mejor conexión con la comida. Tírate con esa, tírate que tú des pie. Esto me lo voy a comer más o menos con las manos y voy a tener una servilleta en la izquierda y esto me lo voy a comer más o menos con la cuchara, que ya está frío, no sabe a rayos, si te soy sincera. Tú no quieres comer de esto porque esto es muy picante para ti. El chocolate que no se quiso tomar el socio de allá afuera. Le tuvimos que llamar a la policía porque estaba aquí durmiendo ahí como un inocente. ¿Qué es eso? No. Aquí no. Después vamos a eso. I wrote que no quiero hablar con la boca llena porque imagínate tú, mi abuela va a pensar que además de no peinarme, chica, ¿será que esto me está grabando? Porque cuando yo me voy, esto para, mira, 24, 31, 32, 33, hago click, en 3, 37, 38, se fue. I'm making a click and I'm writing my email and it's still going. It says it's still going. The counter is still recording, 244, whatever. Mimi, yo no hablo con la boca llena. Yo lo que me demoro en comer porque tengo mucho que hablar, ¿tú me entiendes? Pero es ok. En el restaurante mío hay que pagar por el minuto. Cuanto más te se quede ahí sentado, más ustedes van a tener que pagar, porque eso es una injusticia a los pobres infelices que están esperando allá afuera en la nieve, todo mojado, todo no sé qué, porque para que usted se quiera, ¿tú me entiendes? Entonces podemos tener un Dow Jones tipo así, como el bar ese, donde suben los precios de la tomadera. No, aquí suben los precios de los asientos, dependiendo de la demanda. Si no hay nadie que quiera estar en el restaurante, coño, vengan caballeros, son las 3 de la mañana, ¿para qué vamos a cerrar? Si ustedes quieren comer a un precio barato, coman. Pero eso es lo que le va a pagar el sueldo a la pobre infeliz que está ahí atrás cocinándoles. Bueno. Ahora, si es 12 del día y usted quiere pararse en una línea 20 minutos, está bien, tú párate. O de lo contrario, puedes pararte en una línea 5 minutos, lo que tienes que pagarlo un poquito más. ¿Qué tú prefieres? ¿El tiempo o el dinero? Di tú y no es de pollo. Di tú. Es una caricatura cómica. Ay, caballero, qué pena. Qué pena, José Fernando. Not 2009, 2009. Oh, sorry. I have been redirected. Let's keep open source. Or sketch models or proof of concepts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Coño. Or some kind of MVP. Minimum viable product. No, is that 3 or 4? Proof of concepts. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's like some designer somewhere, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some. ¿Qué es eso? Some designer somewhere, probably. Some business designer / entrepreneur somewhere, probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Entrepreneur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least that's what they call them around here. But the MIT entrepreneurship, never spell that word. Entre tú y yo, no. Entrepreneurship. MIT entrepreneurship. Dícese de la palabra que se escribe entrepreneurship. Ay, Jose. Vamos. Executive Babson.edu/bootcamp. No, bro. MIT Global Entrepreneurship Bootcamp, son. 50 startups, 5 days, 1 bootcamp to change. Ay, qué belleza. Artículo. Vamos. And that's what they call it around here. Supper, Dean. I hear you. Oh, yeah. And remember, most. You only need 2 things to be considered. That is, you need to please and in kind just submit to I have a dream. That is, you need to please and in kind just submit to ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? Oh, that's interesting. Google, you're tripping, bro. How you be tripping? So I'll let you decide. TLDR, send me a cover letter for what you like to do in Cuba this upcoming spring break. I have a pretty fun meeting coming up Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. EST. So if you could get them in the first drafts anyway, anytime before that, that'd be pretty great. Remember, these only have to be first drafts, you know, sketch models or proof of concepts or some kind of MVP. And remember most, you only need 2 things to be considered. That is, you need to, please, and in kind, just submit 2 opening sentences in the entirety of your cover letter. Oh, I know, I'm gonna beat the system. Number 1, upload what you pena, excuse me. Then also attach your CV or resume. And that could be cool. Yes, if anybody can get this to any potentially great collaborators, including people, including but not limited to Pitbull, Alexis Valdez, Marco Rubio / Ted Cruz. I forget which is which. I'm so politically incorrect of my own people. Marco Rubio / Ted Cruz. Que sé yo, Donald Trump, Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton, or even Bernie Sanders. Too much? How about more like Sanjay? How about more like some stateside folks? Maybe even here at MIT. How about a Misty convoy to get us the kind of looking out that we need to travel as safe MIT students? It's the run-on sentences. That's always a problem with me. It's always been a problem with me. I love the way that I speak. That would be great. Okay. Here's the deal, because I need to shut this off soon because this is never going to finish uploading to freaking Dropbox. Thank you, Photo Booth, for trusting that this recording isn't going to go to waste. And let's hope that it doesn't, because it would be really boring to listen to an audio recording of this. So it is minute, I'm going to wrap it up. It is minute, let's say, minute 38. Ready? 3, 2, 1, live. Let me cut to the point here, people. Also, this is number 38 of number 2, so somewhere in here has been number 2. In any case, I have to pee, so I have to go because my bladder is calling, and that's an important design constraint in life. In any case, I'm going to stop this recording, and I'm going to come back from the bathroom, and I don't want to leave you guys hanging, and then I'm going to upload it to Dropbox. This email that we wrote together, I'm going to put it on a Google Doc that I'm going to allow anybody, literally anybody and their mothers, to comment on. It'll be interesting. I almost left it for edit. But let's just track version control with comments, because I can track comments. Actually, I don't know what's easier. You know what? Fuck it. Let's make it so that anybody and their mothers can edit the document and like add potential things, kind of like the way that they did that thing about sexual assault at MIT, or about how to love a person. Was it Wellesley BU? I don't know. Let's crowdsource this Google Doc and see what happens. I'm going to put this in there, and I'm going to put a couple of links. Now, I'm going to share those links with you on some other media site so that for posterity, like, people don't erase it, because people are fuckers, you know? Some people try to be mean and like, I'm going to hack you, here's a prank, you tripped. Idiots. No, that's not what we're going for here, people. We have, like, Martin Luther King Jr. Day upon us. And, like, if that's not a crazier call to action than the engineer of 2020, then my trip to Shenzhen this summer, my potential trip to Cuba this spring, and my nearly guaranteed, trip to Curitiba, Brazil to give a TED Talk, a TEDx talk, that's like, there's no better call to action. So let's hope for no parades. Let's hope for no parade losses like they do in Louisiana all the time. I'm going there in June. Let's not have that anymore. Let's hope for just a really nice Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And maybe, just maybe, if we like spin it the right way, we can go to Cuba and start saying, I have a dream. And that's crazy, because I don't even remember what year Martin Luther King was speaking. Oh, right. He was speaking in the 1960s, which is only 100 years after the actual Civil Rights War. Is that right? Which means 59 to 100, 1959, no, 2059 would be an appropriate year for me to go in front of El Capitolio, the National Mall, Quinta Avenida, wherever that wherever the Capitolio Street ends, and be like, I have a dream, yo tengo un sueño, a ver, vamos a soñar para salir de este mundo. Para salir de este mundo que está antecedente, que está atrás, que está anterior a lo que tenemos hoy en el futuro. Mire para adelante, no mire para atrás ni para coger impulso, para atrás ni para coger impulso. Entonces, TLDR for real this time. Vamos, no, 41. 41, TLDR for real. Going live in 56, 53, 2, 1. Hi, my name is Jessica, and I would like to invite you all to come to Cuba with me. I don't know how many people fit on the plane. There's an Air China route now and everything. Things are changing so rapidly that I legitimately cannot keep up with them. So instead, I would like to offer you guys an invitation to apply to be considered for a potential trip out to none other than the islands of innovation, my country. My first country. I have many countries at this point. My first country, which is Cuba. Cuba was very different back when I left it, back in 1991 and a half or 1992. I guess it was 1992, I think. I was basically kidnapped out of the island, right? Like my parents chose for me what was better for my future. I'm not gonna go there, but I have two cousins there. One is pregnant and the other one has a 4-year-old that are exactly like my age. So they're both engineers from like the MITs of Cuba, because women can do whatever the fuck they want. Am I right, ladies? Am I right? Where my bitches at? Okay, no, none of that. Let's be real here. This is an invitation for you guys to write me a letter. Not write me a letter. Write us a letter. Write this email, crowdsourced Cuba, crowdsourced, as if like it was in the past, or like as if like it was possessed. It's not possessive. It's something. Instead of crowdsourced Cuba, that's like a call to action. Crowdsourced Cuba is like a noun, right? It like implies that you have already, like you are what you are. And in many ways, Cuba has already been crowdsourced. It's just a matter of like being told by the perspectives of the few people that have been able to get in there. I've been there many, many times. I would almost say, why do you want to go there? But then people want to go there and they're booking their flights quick, pronto. Because as you already know, it's going to be Cuba. Sorry, it's going to become like a Cancun soon. And we don't want to do that. I've been to the resorts in Punta Cana. I've been to, well, my mom has been to the resorts in Mexico, in Cancun. I haven't been there yet. Cabo, I almost went to that wedding. That would have been fun. I hear you, girl. I hear you. It's okay. No hard feelings. In any case, this is telling me keep moving for 1 minute to make progress. It thinks that I'm standing. Que locura. This accelerometer is all over the place. Okay, TLDR for real. What about the 43:25 in 3, 2, 1. Now, action. We are live in the studios of Ojo Productions, or maybe it's Panque Productions. Panque, viejo, ¿pa' qué tú vas a hacer eso? And we are extending our first invitation in this live broadcast. It's as live as it can get right now because I'm not that good at the Internet of Things, but I do have an invitation to go learn more about the Internet of Things. And I really hope I'm not speaking too fast. Either way, you can probably slow me down. Anyway, I'm going to put this on my Dropbox because it's unlimited and we appreciate that. And then you guys can put it on whatever streaming service Cuba can hear or read or view. Right now, I don't even think they'd be able to read this or view this because the bandwidth, judging by my video call today to my cousin who's in San Jose de las Lajas, you're right. I wasn't I wasn't emoing my cousin that's in La Habana. I was emoing the one that's in La Habana, Municipio Habana, pero no sé qué, Mayambeque, Ciudad, San Jose de las Lajas. Does that make sense? In any case, it's like the state versus city level or the region or province. It's an awkward translation. Either way, all you need to know is that I have an invitation. Let me mile marker this because there's some people that have like no time with their bobadi. I have an invitation for going to Cuba this spring. The invitation is in the mail. And it's an invitation to go to Cuba this spring because this MIT spring break, what a lovely date. They have this maker conference going on, which is like so fun to think about. I love maker conferences. I actually founded the first maker fair at MIT. Imagine that. The birth of constructivism, and all the construction kits you can imagine. Did not have a maker fair until, what was it, fall 2014, that very rainy day in October. I gave up my birthday weekend for that. That's okay. We had the first maker fair at MIT the other day, and it was so fun. I really hope another one happens soon. Maybe you guys can rile up support for that too. But right now, what I do have is an invitation for I have an invitation for going to Cuba in March of MIT spring break. And I would get to speak at a maker conference about the Internet of Things, which I'm not too well versed in, but I know people who are. And my coding is not very good looking. That's what Celia Cruz said many years ago. But I know people who are. And so if I can be ugly on stage and have a team of much more prettier designers than I, and coders and hackers and makers and conference type looking people, and maybe MacArthur geniuses. I see you, Amy Smith. I see you. And maybe Internet of Things patent providers. I see you, Sanjay. I see you. Then we could have a lot of fun. Or what is it that Woody Flowers likes to say? We could have a big time. So imagine if, you guys can support this. Imagine if, dream wild with me as we go to bed on the eve of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Happy Martin King Jr. Happy Martin. That's so excited. Happy Martin Luther King Jr., y'all. No. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with you. In any case, I just need to keep mile marking. 46. No, I'm going to say 47. There's got to be some fashion to this pi rationality. In 3, 2, 1. Last time. So, if you would like to see any of the fantasy league professors that you have in your head, anybody that has anything to do with maker conferences, Internet of Things, I'll say experiential learning, or education, or educational assessments, or even just anybody that wants to find a good reason to go to Cuba before it becomes Cancun, not my words, theirs, before the Varadero hotels open up, then write to us. Write to us at crowdsourcedcuba@gmail.com and you have to submit 2 things in your attachment, in your email. The first thing is a cover letter. The second thing is your CV or your resume or your whatever, your CV or your cover letter or your resume or whatever you want to call it. Curriculum vitae. Okay. The first cover letter, though, there's only 2 design constraints. The 2 design constraints on the cover letter, as long, as short, whatever you want. Don't ask questions, just do it, okay? We don't have time for questions. We have a design shop to put on Wednesday, people. Get with it. Cover letter just has to have 2 things. 2 things are, number 1, you have to start the cover letter with, I have a dream, ... Don't, write it out, stupid. Just, ... ellipse, ellipsis, ellipse, Kepler's law, whatever he did. Then, you can keep going in your paragraphs. You can skip to the next paragraph, or you can not. You can whatever. Then you need to start at least one other paragraph with the words, and I have a plan to. You can interpret that. You're right, I missed a bracket here. You can interpret that as a parenthetical. You can interpret that as, and I have a plan, comma, to, as in 2 O's, and I also have a plan, comma, by which to execute this. 2 O's, not the W-O. That's T-W-O. Those are very different things. So it's 2, the number 2, W-O. It's 2 with 2 O's, which is, I also have a plan. It's 2 things. It's more than one. I too. It's kind of like, et tu, Brutus, et tu. That's Julius Caesar or something. And then the last one is T-O. Yo para ti, or to you. When you say, this is for you, this is to you, that's only 1 O. You can write, and I have a plan, comma, to, or you can write, and I have a plan to, blah, 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 blah. This is an open invitation. I have no fear of my networks and what wonderful things you guys can come up with. I will put this email somewhere on a Google Doc so that you can collaborate, give ideas, give relevant stuff. You should still email me your cover letters, because that's the kind of thing that will make it to the eyes of the kinds of people that could potentially, I don't know, support this project. I don't know too much about politics. I definitely don't know enough about these political systems, like the MIT higher-ups or the Cuba higher-ups or even the State Department higher-ups. All I know is that this is a legitimate State Department, or this is a legitimate conference, supposedly. And I can send you the details. And as you request more information, we can make that available. I'm going to make sure that to share this Google Doc with the very people that are inviting me, so that they can answer your questions, because there are questions that I'm probably going to have soon enough anyway. So who's hosting this? Who's doing it? Blah, blah, blah. What I know so far, let me give you another timestamp here. 50, 30. What I know so far is that the Maker Conference is going to be told by, or is going to be put on by a few people. At the very least, it's somewhere on the website. And you guys can hack in to see like the original status structures of the website. But I don't think there's anything to hide there. It's very D-Lab style, you know? It's very D-Lab-esque. The first thing you could look up is, whatever, the Maker Conference. You can look up her name, probably. I don't want to share her name, but I'll share this with her. And if she wants you guys to contact you, then my friend Anna, no la mamá de Cri, la otra. My friend Anna will contact you guys and be like, yeah, hit me up with questions. But if you put it there on the doc, she'll probably answer you anyway. It's like a forum, right? It's like an AMA or something, but with more revision history. Because I can't code that well yet. Anyway, you guys can, what I know so far, it's a Maker Conference, which means it's put together by a couple of key players, is what you're asking me, right? A couple of key players is, for example, 5130. That's how long it takes me to write, or to talk, or to express myself. Number one key player is el profesor de La Habana, de la Universidad de La Habana, where my mother went, by the way, her alma mater. El profesor de La Habana is, uy, my God. What about the, el profesor de La Habana was that first email I mentioned. El profesor de La Habana was the guy who, and email. El profesor de La Habana was the guy who started Infomed. Imagínate tú, el loco ese que se le ocurrió una red intracubana. Intercubana. I can never remember. Boy, inter or intra. It sounds like inter is to entrar, whereas like intra is for the inside of. It's unclear. It's something within Cuba. It was meant to be within Cuba. It was meant to be a communication protocol, the first basically World Wide Web, but Cuba Wide Web for doctors who needed to communicate really important medical information because Cuba is, of course, on the spotlight for medical histories, and I'll tell you about my birth later, right? And medical discoveries and medical whatever. They send medical brigades all over the world. Entonces, este país tan inteligente, se le ocurrió a este profesor muy inteligente, mente, que crear un Infomed muy importante. Ahora él, y en su conjunto, una tipa que se llama Valerie, señora, mucho gusto, profesora de no sé qué universidad, pero se graduó de Harvard Graduate School of Education. ¿Qué tú quieres, viejo? What do I care about my activity progress? I'm trying to do something here. Chismoso, un chismoso cómico, como le digo yo. Este es un chismoso cómico. El otro era un chismoso. This is what my dad calls un chismoso. Este es un chismoso cómico. Bien. Valerie, no sé qué, graduated from Hugsy. That's the Harvard Graduate School of Education. And then supposedly she went to go live in Cuba for like 10-ish years. And then in those years, she's been helping like documentaries come in and out of Cuba or whatever that means. Liaisoning or whatever. And then she left, and then now she is, oh, that's a good rating. Like, how honest was this message? I like that. People, write down in my Google document, people that know me, how honest was this message? If nothing else, then you can reply. That'd be cool. You can reply all too with the rating system, but we don't have that yet. I wish I could just insert a poll right now in the Google Doc that I'm creating. Let's bring it back. I have a dream. It's snowing outside. This is magical as fuck. I have a dream that you all will write to me and believe in whatever nonsense I'm writing here. Se me quitaron las ganas de ir al baño, but it's coming back. I need to wrap it up. And that you will follow suit with some kind of a dream. And that dream will mean that you and I will learn from each other about what the world wants to see and hear and learn of and experience, right? Experiential learning. And what I can see or hear or view through experiential learning. So my plan is that I want to record every second of myself in Cuba in the upcoming, not elections, what was I going to say? That's the primaries. That would be cool, to fly to Iowa. I don't know if I can make that happen, but anyway. I would love to offer a GoPro to anybody who was out there that wants to be as crazy as me. Or maybe an audio recorder. They're pretty cheap, $60 from China. Shenzhen probably, let's be honest. And I'm going to keep recording myself as much as possible. The way it works is that if somebody doesn't want to be recorded, then I don't really want to be in that room anyway. Because that means that I'm probably being told some kind of information that is not safe in the public domain. It's fine because I'm not live streaming anything. I don't even know how to do that, remember? Internet of Things. But if I could do that, that'd be awesome because that could be like the best security blanket, you know? Like, protect yourself, record yourself. And then, like, you constantly know whoever comes to put a gun in me, done. That person's been documented if you're live streaming it, right? But I don't think I'm not fearful for my life. Like, we have an awesome security system here at MIT, at where I live, and I feel comfortable in my own skin. I feel comfortable in my own home. They've already broken in through that window, so I'm like jaded or protected, whatever the word is. But what I do know is that I want to go to Cuba, and I don't want to fuck this one up. Because that poor Jewish guy that just got out, like how many years later, I'm not trying to be no Martin Luther King. I ain't trying to be no Nelson Mandela. I just want to go and make art or science or learning or education or knowledgeable experiences. I just want to go know. Like, I just want to KNOW. I just want to know. And I want to know now. So if you also are interested in knowing now, then let's create this con artist movement. Con artist is a combination of, I'm not sure if this is flipped or not, context, observation, and knowledge. Knowledge with an N. Because it rhymes. And because it's better. It's kind of like the 4 R's and 3 C's or 4 C's and 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic. Yeah, you know, the 3 R's in education for the partnership for the 21st century and skills. You know, 4 C's, communication, capability, creativity, I don't know what. Probably like caca. I don't know. Smells like caca in here. I'm old, guys. I'm back when they interviewed, when Telemundo came, or was it Univision, came to Hialeah High, of all places, to go ask people, what do you think the word chonga means? Esta monga que está aquí was leaving school late because of some random extracurricular at the time, I'm sure. Who knows what I was doing. And esta monga was getting picked up by her other mom, la otra monga, who both of us got on Telemundo during the interview of, what do you think a chonga is? Or what does the word mean to you? And I was like, pero la... Y menos mal que yo no era actriz. Thank God my sister took all those classes, not me. So, punto y aparte, I need to go get my earrings back. I need to wrap this up. I'm wrapping this up. Anyway, if any of this sounds cool and if anybody is still listening out there, 5808, I think it's pretty clear. Imagine what you would love to do in Cuba. If you're an artist, if you're a documentarian, if you're a videographer, if you're a comedian on your way up and rising and you need to do some experiential learning, observations, kind of like Darwin and when he went to Madagascar. Origin of species. He went to where? Galapagos Islands, not Madagascar. That's not the right G. It's the O-G. It's a Galapagos Island. The original Galapagos. O-G, the original gangster. O-G, how fun is that? I'm gonna send somebody something nice. Cameo. Eliza Thornberry. Remember her? Her, Curious George. What a time to grow up. I wonder what our kids are growing up with. That's the Raven who used to have visions. Fucking awesome. Thank you, Raven. Ready? Maybe that's her name. No, that's another Raven at MIT. Oops. I think that's the one that paid for our alcohol most of Vegas. That's not important. Maybe that was a different Raven. Oh, I didn't see that Raven. He was in med school. Aw, that's so sad. No. Maybe I did. I wonder where he was. Anyway. Hi, Raven. If you're out there. That's a good idea. Let's send this to Raven, too. In any case, I have a legitimate pathway for getting us all to Cuba before it's Cancun. If you would like to join me, then you could do so if, and only if, you send me your very short cover letter. And if you don't have a CV or a resume, then don't. Put your portfolio on there, put like a link to some random thing. Whatever you think we should be looking at, that's a better way of doing it. Send me a cover letter and then send me something. The cover letter, again, I have a dream, and then, what does it say? And I have a plan too. And then the attachment, the second attachment, can be a link to your portfolio, a link to your CV or curriculum vitae or resume, or a link to some art, random interactive art piece that you did. Whatever you want. Whatever you want, just send that. And we will consider you for this position. By the way, if anybody knows how to hit up Pitbull, Mr. 305, Mr. Worldwide, the guy who never had to choose, let me know, because I'm loving this Cuba American thing. It's a powerful documentary, you know? We need more of those. Let's get some more documentaries flowing. Let's get some more art, innovation, artistic innovation, artivation. Ooh, like activation, but artivation. I'm gonna hold on to that. Hashtag artivation. Hashtag the art of why. I need that domain name ASAP. y.mit.edu. Not generación Y. Generación. Okay. And I always forget. ¿Por qué or qué? It's like, ¿qué tú dices? It's supposed to like, ¿por qué es esto? Por espacio que es con acento. So this one is going to go with acento. But if you describe it as like, eso sucedió porque el 18 de enero, esa noche Jessiquita no se podía dormir porque Jessiquita el 17 de enero estuvo despierta hasta la madrugada porque allá en esos bares no te sueltan, no te cortan, no te apagan la luz, ¿entiendes? Te dejan ahí vacilar todo lo que tú quieras. Those are my friends. Those are my awesome friends. Thank you, Happy, for hosting us and inspiring all of us. So let's go with Artivation, The Art of Why, and Generación Que. It's got a nice like staircase looking thing, so we'll leave it at that. I'm going to sign off now because now I really have to go to the bathroom and I can't hold it anymore. So I can't stop. I'm going to plug in my original email. I wish you could see where I left that. I wrote a lot with you guys here. So cold. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to come back. I'm going to start uploading this, go and then be able to shower and go to bed, and we'll see what happens. I realize that many of you are probably not there anymore. I also realize that maybe many of you are by now, I don't know, laughing, drinking off, whatever people do on the internet these days. I'm a little bit more old-fashioned. Excuse me, pardon my language. I remember things like Guatemecalo and Don Francisco and making those good things, as opposed to like that poor lady on NPR. She's so traumatized. She was happy that Don Francisco ended, and I was like, no, I get that, but like he was important, so I would not try to erase him from our history, quote unquote Woodrow Wilson on the buildings. Like, you gotta learn from that shit. Otherwise, what are you gonna do? Like, remove religion from schools, or remove history of slavery from textbooks, or remove, like, what are you gonna do? There's like 3 legitimate movies about Jesus coming out this year alone, and you're gonna remove that? No. Go watch things like Inside Out and think about it, but don't remove shit like that. Don't over-empathize with your user. You're gonna overextend yourself, and then you're gonna be so incorrect in so many ways, more than political. It's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. But I'm no Guatemecano, and I'm no expert. I'm gonna get to this. My bladder is calling. Jess is out. I just be out. No, I'm just kidding. Damn, I could have ended on 3:14, but I didn't. So now it's been 1 hour and 3 minutes plus the 11 minutes from the first video when it timed out. I wonder why it timed out. Oh, now it knows that I mean business, right? You prototype first and then you release second. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun. There's gonna be some more beautiful video, very much more well edited than this ad hoc format. And so it'll be much shorter and much nicer, and we have big plans for that one. Hopefully it's gonna come out in time for the primaries. If whatever is on February 1st, maybe it won't, and that's okay. There's still like November elections, right? The elections are in November, not in February 1. Everybody calm down, right? And breathe. So me and Mr. George here, Mr. Curious, or Miss Curious. I guess he kind of looks like a boy, not a girl. Are they supposed to be gender neutral? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. You do have a lot of flowers on you. You can be whatever you want, Mr. George. I'm going to still go with Mr. as an allusion, allegory, homage. Is the H silent? To Curious George, because he was cute. And that's what I'm going to have my kids watch as homework for all of our classes at my school that I work at, which I should probably not say, but you can figure out anyway, so what's the point? And if that works, then we're going to have an awesome field trip to the Cirque du Soleil that's coming. So Cirque du Soleil show that's coming to Boston in May, and we're planning a behind-the-scenes field trip, potentially, that would be a little bit more educational than their standard. I don't know if they even have the educational package there, but we want to go to the Cirque du Soleil show called Curious. And so I'm going to have my kids watch for homework, blended learning. I'm going to have them watch for homework this Curious George episodes from way back when. They don't know what that is, right? They're little kids. They weren't alive back then, like you and I, potentially. And then I'm going to have them come to class, and we're going to start contemplating things like the art of why. Basically, just things that we are curious about. And that'll be a prototype for my fall seminar, which is actually going to be a call to action, or my response to the call to action of the book Engineer of 2020. And the way that I will attack that is by getting a couple of certificates under my belt and then being able to teach a class at MIT. Thank God. And do a lot of freedom with my artistic license or scientific license or investigational license. I'm going to be the principal investigator, guiding all of these other principal investigators. I'm not the principal investigator. They are. And they're going to co-author their own papers and investigations, and we're going to walk through, like, what is the meaning of research and why do we do things the way they are, the way we do. And they're going to attack whatever they feel curious about. I'm not going to put thoughts into their head. Maybe I am. But I'm just not going to put, like, I'm not going to, like, hold them with a gun and make them write something that they don't want to write. That's illegal, and I'm in a free country. That's not right. I'm going to let them explore whatever they want, and maybe I don't get any signups, and maybe I get so many signups that I can only take the freshmen, which is what this class was intended for anyway, because they are, after all, the engineers with perfect vision, you know. The engineer of 2020. Who the F is coming up those stairs right now? Yo, this is about that time where the wind starts howling, and it's so creepy. It freaks me the F out, man. It feels like somebody just screeched. Don't you feel like somebody's gonna pop up and it's gonna be like a horror movie right now? I'm sorry, I don't mean to do that. I'm gonna turn this off real quick. That door looks closed. There aren't really any new footsteps in the snow. Guys, it's still snowing. I wish I could show you this. I have it on my GoPro from earlier today and a couple of the other walks that I took around campus. Hopefully it's not illegal footage or anything like that to be filming from in and around MIT. But we'll see where this goes. And if I'm doing anything wrong, I'm so sorry to have offended anybody. The non-disclosure agreements are that you may be, or warning, you may be triggered to be evoked to do something. Whatever that is, I don't know. And I'm not in control of. And not many of us are. But you can be. You can be in control of whatever you decide to trigger you or not trigger you. You just have to set your threshold, your sampling rate, the frequency thing, above whatever you call the trigger zone. You know, it's pretty simple. It's like an oscilloscope. And I don't really know how to work those things. You know who's really good at those things, though? Dr. Huey. She's a bomb. She teaches a lot of girls how to do engineering in the summer. And she travels the world. And she's got cool nails. I don't think she does her nails, but she works with people who have really cool nails and Christian Louboutin heels at MIT. You know, the Dr. Dons of the world. In any case, I digress. I love you all. I don't even know if there's anybody out there anymore, but that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to be not talking to myself, but talking to someone, potentially, and maybe not. Still, better than talking to myself. That's what society tells me. They say, just blog it out, or just vlog it out. I like to say, just hug it out. So, con mucho, 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 mucho aprendizaje y conocimiento y sabiduría. Beijos.